can I say I'm glad that Abdul Haq has been mentioned. He was one of the most articulate of the Mujahideen leaders. I had long conversations with him. He was the first one, of course, who actually went and visited Margaret Thatcher, and that was President Reagan, I think. He had his foot shot off in a battle.
Yes.
He was very proud that he was bringing together commanders who were not under Pakistan control, and therefore, of course, he wasn't supplied with proper arms. And that was the problem. And of course, he made a disastrous error of judgment in the end, was killed. Probably, I don't know, who knows, by enemies and things. But Abdul Haq was an important character. There wasn't, although Masood was of course the leader and the hero of all this, he was up in the Panjshir, and there were others, and it's good to mention those others, like Ismail Khan, Abdul Haq, who were trying to support him. And it's good to hear about the Commander Shura, because that's the sort of thing which should have been, was very important that it was established, and should have been, I think, more active immediately after the fall of Kabul. That would be a question of mine, really, of whether after the immediate fall of Kabul, there should have been more of a sort of a new Commander Shura in charge instead of just Rabbani and Masood.
Well, I would completely agree, and that's what destroyed the prospects for the government to succeed, bring people together. It was commanders, warlords like Dostum,
Yes,
and the Shia, some of the Shia radical warlords that were in touch with Iran and Iranian intelligence, and that infuriated Masood, the defense minister. And that's why, again, we're here today for the future of Afghanistan. As the speakers have mentioned, Ahmad Shah is up in the Panjshir. And if he looks at this history of what happened during the Mujahideen government, in which it turned into, and Pakistan fed this by its bombardments and also by its politics, fight and talk approach, unfortunately, that has to be avoided. And at our meeting in Dushanbe, I would think that was the most important point that Masood made, that don't repeat the mistake of allowing such a situation to occur. And this background that Lord Barrington mentioned is so true, that they had it together at Shah Salim. You saw the photo. Those are the major commanders in Afghanistan at the time. And if they would have started out in 1992 and drawn on this experience, which they had gone through with great effort, in the end, the Pakistani ISI did pull the plug on the national security, on the national commandership, when they saw it was succeeding so well. The commanders were so enthusiastic, but it didn't happen. Abdul, that's why I think Abdul brought it up to Masood in our talks in Dushanbe.
The protection actually comes from Pakistan, but why spend so much of resources and actually cost life and then spend this time in Afghanistan, and it still is the time actually. Why even now? Why the focus is not in Pakistan or to Pakistan, but to in Afghanistan.
thank you.
Thank you.
Can I?
So from UK, unfortunately.
Got too big, and the tension between the food and technology. Make a sense of his own career.
But I think Rory Stewart is the man. End of this session.